Are you considering a move to Woodinville? Woodinville is a small wine tourism town located on the east side of Seattle. But even if wine isn't your thing, Woodinville is still a great place to call home. If you're looking for the excitement of a tourist town and with a more rural country feel than some of the other places on the east side, then Woodinville could be the place for you. Hi, I'm Gina, a local real estate agent here in the Seattle area, and today I'm going to take you on a guided tour through the Seattle suburb of Woodinville. Woodinville is a quaint spot located just 12 miles northeast of Bellevue and about 20 miles northeast of Seattle. This area is the tourist district, also known as the Hollywood district. It was named not after the city in Southern California, but after the large amount of holly bushes that one of the founders of the town planted here. Most people don't realize it, but Washington State is a major player in the wine industry, and while grapes are grown on the east side of the Cascades, there's no better place to taste Washington wines than in Woodinville. Centered at the heart of the Sammamish River Valley, more than 200,000 people from across the world come to Woodinville to sample wines from our more than 130 tasting rooms, breweries, cideries, and distilleries each year. Woodinville's economy is primarily based on retail and tourism. The tourist district is full of authentic wine and food. Here you'll find outside patios, fireplaces, bike trails, pizzerias, and even a gold-rated Condé Nast resort, the Willows Lodge. This is Chateau Ste. Michelle. Woodinville started as a logging town, but in 1974, Chateau Ste. Michelle purchased an old dairy farm and became the first winery to open in Woodinville. Soon, other wineries followed suit, and the Woodinville wine country was born. Chateau Ste. Michelle is Washington's largest winery, producing 8 million cases of wine per year. In addition to wine tasting, they also host concerts outside every summer, and you can sit in the grass and sip wine and eat dinner while watching the show, which is a lot of fun. Other large wineries in the city are Columbia, Novelty Hill, Jeannot, and DeLille Cellars. Woodinville is home to the only 5-diamond resort in Washington, noted for its world-class luxury and extraordinary service, the Herb Farm. The Herb Farm serves seasonal-themed 9-course meals priced around $300 per person. Woodinville also has a lot of farmland. Some of the public farms include a lavender farm, 21 acres, which is a farmer's market and education center, and several CSAs. Before moving to Washington, I had never heard of a CSA, but they're really common here. CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. Basically, you buy a membership at a farm, which is around $500 to $1,000 for the growing season, and then you go weekly to pick up your bag of fruits and vegetables and herbs. It's a lot of fun because you never know exactly what you're going to get in your bag, and it's introduced me to a lot of foods that I wouldn't have normally bought at the grocery store. The food is also extremely fresh, and you can feel good knowing that you're supporting a local farm. This is Woodin Creek Village, the newest shopping center in Woodinville. It's still under construction, but when it's finished, it will include over 750 square feet of wine-themed mixed-use retail and commercial space, including tasting rooms, restaurants, and shops, plus luxury apartment homes, all next to a park on the river. The Sammamish River is definitely one of the highlights of living in Woodinville. The river runs 14 miles from Lake Sammamish to Lake Washington and right through the middle of Woodinville, all with views of Mount Rainier. This is a paved trail that runs the entire length so you can walk or ride your bike on it. The river is the perfect spot to kayak or paddleboard, and you can rent them just down the road in Bothell. The Sammamish Rowing Association also practices here. The river is home to salmon, birds, turtles, beavers, and I've even seen a few river otters playing here. You might even see a hot air balloon floating by if you're lucky. Now we're driving through downtown Woodinville. This is mainly where the locals hang out and shop. It's got a grocery store, some fast food restaurants, a Target, and other shops. It's also got Molbach's, which is a nationally acclaimed garden center. This is the warehouse district. It's easy to miss because it doesn't look like much from the outside, but if you're really into wine tasting, don't miss this spot because what it lacks in scenery, it makes up for in density. This is the home of more boutique wineries per square foot than any other wine region in the world. Plus, many times you get to talk directly to the winemaker and learn about the process of winemaking. Now that you've gotten a feel for Woodinville, let's take a closer look at the neighborhoods. Woodinville proper has a population of 12,383 people, and kids who live here in Woodinville go to schools in the North Shore School District. Homes here tend to be a little older, mostly built in the 70s and 90s, and with larger lots than average and more mature landscaping. Although I'm starting to see more new construction homes being built in the area, with new construction you'll have to sacrifice the yard. The median home price in Woodinville is $1.2 million. Headed east of downtown a few miles is the unincorporated city of Cottage Lake, but people who live in Cottage Lake still have a Woodinville address. The Cottage Lake community is centered around Cottage Lake, which is a 63-acre lake popular for fishing, swimming, and non-motorized boating. The lakeshore is mostly private homes, but there is a small park on one end. While Woodinville has a more urban feel, Cottage Lake still feels very country, and you're never far from one of the nature parks or recreation areas nearby. Cottage Lake has a population of 22,677 people, and kids who live here also go to school in the North Shore School District. Homes here tend to be built in the 90s with larger square footage houses, many times with a 3-car garage, and large lots which are beautifully landscaped. There are also a fair amount of equestrian properties here. This is a good place to live if you want privacy from your neighbor. The median home price in Cottage Lake is $1.3 million. Overall, people who live in Woodinville love being near the excitement of the tourist attractions, the strong community feeling, the cleanliness of the city, the large lots, and proximity to both nature and city. Now that you've taken this tour of Woodinville, if you think that this could be the right spot for you, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you find the right house, and you'll find my contact info in the description below. Also, if you have any questions about Woodinville or what it's like to live here, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video.